Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Shout out to everybody out there on Banky Pound, man. I appreciate the love, appreciate the support. Man, I was out here getting a little exercise in. I don't know if the wind is blowing. If it is, I apologize, but wanted to drop this on y'all, man, because this thing popped in my mind this morning, and I wanted to share it with y'all. But it's crazy because it's another one of these moments that I want to talk about and just enlighten y'all on what's going on behind them walls, man. But peace and love, man, to everybody who subscribed, everybody who leave comments, everybody who share my videos, who like my videos, man. I appreciate you 100%. Yeah, somebody was talking to me this morning, and you know, they was talking about shaving or whatnot, and then they brought up Magic Shave. And when they brought up Magic Shave, man, there's so many things that I seen in prison with that Magic Shave, man. You know that Magic Shave is that stuff, man. It's like a paste that you put on and you leave it on for a while. If you leave it on too long, it get to burning. And if it get to burning, you know, then they scrape it off and it, you know, clears all the hair off of their face. Now, me personally, I never used it. They got two different kinds. One kind smells, I'm talking about horrible, man. It's like, I can't describe the smell. Anybody out there who watching this who used it, I'm quite sure they could tell you what the smell is like, but it's horrible. Like, you could tell when somebody was using Magic Shave in the morning because you could smell it. You know, especially a lot of dudes that had bald heads, they used the Magic Shave on their head, so you could always smell it, and it was a horrible smell, man. It's something that you'll become used to if you locked up, because you'll smell it all the time because a lot of dudes use it. But with that being said, too, you know, this Magic Shave, when you use it, you know, like I say, it creates a paste when you put it with water or something, and it'll take all the skin, all the hair off of you. But if you leave it on too long, it'll take the skin up off of you too. You understand? It will peel you, you know. So it was something that they was really considering taking out the system, because dudes would use that as a weapon too, because you could take it and put it in water and you can mix it up and you put it in the microwave and you boil it and you throw it on somebody, my brother. My brother, if it gets in your eyes or it gets on your skin and it sets, man, and when people go to rub it off, it peels their skin off, man. It's crazy. So, you know, I think, if I'm not mistaken, man, I think they eventually did take it out the system one time, but I think they put it back. So I don't know. I can't remember because, like I said, I never really used it like that, but I've seen it used, you know, as a weapon. And one of the first incidents to come to my mind is when I was on Powhatan, man, and it was this dude, man. He was from New York, I believe, man. You know, a big light-skinned dude, man. He was from New York, and you know, he was in that game, man. You know, where he messed with them boys and whatnot. And he had this specific boy that he messed with all the time, which everybody in the block was like, man, this dude crazy. Cause the boy was like, he was like messed all the way up, man. It's just no other way to describe it. He was messed all the way up, man. He like had a crooked back, and he used to walk like that, all crooked and stuff. Like, I think he had something like wrong with his spine or whatnot, right? And I'm telling y'all, man, I spoke about these people before when I talked about Powhatan, I believe. But they had a crazy, whatever you call relationship going on. I'm talking about these people would rumble all the time. I'm talking about it wouldn't be 2 or 3 days go by and they'll be rumbling. And it was more so because the boy thought that he was, you know, creeping around with other boys. You know what I'm saying? Which I think he was, you know what I'm saying? So man, they used to go at the other homosexuals and be ready to fight and do fight and get into it with them, go to jail, come right back out. They put him in the same spot. But he used to go approach the boys about hollering at his man, and then he used to go to the man and be ready to rumble with him. And next thing you know, they up there rumbling. I mean, like, boom, boom, boom. I mean, throwing punches and doing everything, man. They use locks and the sock on each other. They done pull the Bethlehem out on each other. And then when it's all over, man, they right back together. You know what I'm saying? But I can remember one time, man, they was arguing, man, and I think I said something about this on one of these videos, and the boy went, he was like, okay, don't worry about it, F you, and all, F you, MF, all this, they going through it, and he leaves, and he goes down, and he goes in his room, man, he get a cup, and you see this dude, man, he take and mix the magic shave up in the hot water and go put it in the microwave, and then he got this glove on, and he walking with the glove, you know, holding the cup with the glove, with the magic shave in the hot water boiling in it, and in the other hand he got a lock in a sock. You know what I'm saying? He got locked in a sock. So he goes up the dude's door and rips his door, because we got the bars doors on Powhatan, rip his door open, and he got that joint in his hand, and he like, you better not throw that on me. And dude grabbed his sheet and holding the sheet up, trying to block himself from getting that stuff thrown on him. Because I'm gonna tell you, if that stuff go in your eyes, man, it might blind you, you know what I'm saying, let alone what it's gonna do to your skin. So he was like, I told you, Emma, I told you, he said, you better not throw that on me, B. I'm telling you, better not throw that on me, BITC. I'm telling. And they just going through it, and that he threw it. Wow. And he threw that thing up, man. That stuff came, and he running there and trying to start clucking them with the lock in the sock. And then they come out the cell, he bang, 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 bang. He punching them, and he cluck up, and they bagging up there, and the tear punching them, boom, swinging it, man. It was crazy. It was insane. You know what I'm saying? That was just insane, man. But he tried to throw that joint on him. I think some of it got on him, but not all of it, because he trying to like block it with the sheet. But man, I'm telling you, that magic shave, that joint is a weapon. It ain't just for shaving. It is a weapon, man. I seen dude on this was Powhatan. I seen a dude on Greensville do the same thing. He beefing with a dude, and they supposed to rumble or whatnot, and he goes down there acting like he fixing him a cup of coffee, but all the time he fixing up that concoction. You know what I'm saying? He fixing up that concoction. Man, he get that joint ready, man, and he take that joint in the cell. And you could tell when dudes, a lot of dudes, they when they go to heat some up in that microwave, you could look at them, but some dudes do it when they doing their regular coffee, because they heat their coffee up so hot, they'll put a glove on so they be holding the cup so the cup won't burn their hand. But when you usually see a dude with that glove on, man, you be thinking he making up something for somebody, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you, hey, that is a weapon in there, man. But I seen this dude on Powhatan, man, and he was beefing with the dude. He went and got his little joint, you know, acting like he making coffee, but he was making that thing up. And he made that joint up, and he turned around and went to his cell, and he waited for old boy to come down there. And when the old boy come down there, walking towards his cell, he goes in the cell, come back out, he got the joint acting like he drinking some coffee. So dude pull up on him, because they already beefing. And soon as dude pull up on him, man, he dashed that joint in his face, man. And dude start hollering and screaming and rubbing his face, man. And you can see, like, on the side of his cheek, like little pink, where he done rubbed the skin off, where you can see the pink stuff. You know how, like, you scrape yourself. And, man, it was crazy. He hollering and screaming, but he talking about his eyes, but his face, you can look like it's peeling. And when he did that, man, dude pulled the joint out and just ran towards him and started hitting him. Nah, 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 nah. And, man, he's screaming and hollering, and he got the magic shave in his eye. He got the magic shave on his face with the boiling water, and the Bethlehem just hitting him, man. I said, oh, my God. Man, I felt sorry for him. I ain't gonna tell you no lie. I felt sorry for him. And dude might have hit him about 8, 9 times, and then peeled up off of him and went to his cell, you know, talking trash. I told you, MF, I told you, boy, I told you don't mess with me. And dude just laying in there, man, he bleeding, man, his face messed up, but he hollered about his eyes. So I know that joint in his eyes must have been super painful, instead of him hollering about them wounds that just got poked up inside you. You know, the dude ain't had no big Bethlehem, but it was big enough. It was going up inside your body. You know it, and you know, like I told y'all before, I've seen dudes get stabbed with little knives and die. I've seen dudes get stabbed with big knives and live. So it all depends. It just depends on what it hit. But he got hit all up in his chest and shoulder area. And man, it was gruesome, man. It was gruesome. When you see it, it's gruesome. But I'm looking at his face, and he hollering about his eyes, and he just rolling all over, crying and hollering, man. It's like you would see a little baby, how they just be screaming and hollering like when they hungry or something, just rolling from side. And that's all he was doing. He was just holding his eyes, man, and just screaming and hollering, my eyes, man. So, man, dudes was saying that, you know, it blinded him in one eye. I don't know for sure, because I never ran into him again. But dudes was saying that joint blinded him in one eye, man. But that was vicious right there with that magic shade, man. That, I'm telling you, man. So dudes used to order that stuff, man, and they used to have it. And I used to see dudes with it, and they did not even shave. So I used to be like, yeah, you know, this is what they use. Dudes use it as a weapon. It's a weapon in there, man. And when I first got locked up, man, you know, I was in the wall and stuff. You know, we had them Zippo lighters, man, and they used to sell that lighter fluid and that baby oil. And dudes used to take that lighter fluid and mix it with that baby oil, man, and dash it up in cells and set dudes' cells on fire, man. And that stuff just, boom, that stuff is super flammable. It's like, you know, it's crazy. And dudes have got burned up in that wall, man. I'm talking about burn up, man. I mean, burns all over their body, you know, because they in the cell, and dudes done put the lock on the cell and lock you up in there, and you can't get out, and you up in there with the fire, man. There's no escape. There's no escape. You got to wait for the people to come get you, and you in there trying to put the fire out yourself. So just crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff I'm thinking about this morning. Y'all got me out here thinking about this crazy stuff this morning. But I be having this stuff on my mind. I want to get it out to y'all before I forget it and something else come in my mind and I don't think about it. But man, I'm telling you, I've seen some vicious stuff with that magic shade, man. And I've seen misses with it, man. I seen dudes try to throw it on dudes and they miss. I seen throw it on dudes and it hit them. But if they catch you in your face with that joint, man, and it catches your eyes, man, you in a world of trouble, bro. Because you can't see, you can't defend yourself, and if you dealing with a vicious person, he coming behind you with that Bethlehem after he done douse you. Oh man, you in a world of hurt. You in a world of hurt. I'm telling you, man. And I used to always be aware of that. I used to always be conscious, especially if I had a problem with somebody and I'm watching them, because I'm always watching people that I done had words with, even if it's the smallest words, because we in prison, you got to be aware at all times. But I used to always watch them, and I pay attention to what they got in their hands. That's one of the first things you got to do when you got a problem with a person or you beefing with a person. If you approaching them or they approaching you, you have to be aware of their hands, man. You have to be aware of the position of their hands, where their hands is reaching for, and all of that, because that's where the danger gonna come from. You understand? That's where the danger gonna come from. And if they got something in their hand already, like a cup or something, yeah, you better keep your distance and be aware, because you don't know what he got up in it, because he could douse you with anything. Some dudes take that hot water down there alone and you know, put it up in that microwave and leave it up in there. Some dudes take grease and they melt that grease down, and that grease up peel your skin too. Them dudes will take that Murray's grease and put it in the microwave and melt it down till it turns into liquid, and then they'll mix it with hot scalding water and they'll put it in a cup and they'll take and leave it in there for 10 minutes, man. Well, it's bubbling and bubbling, and they'll pull that joint out and come straight up on you, and man, you heard dudes holler and scream and and you know, like I say, that's gonna be immediate pain, but it may not, you know, keep a dude down after he done burned and screamed. He might attack you, or he might pull the Bethlehem out, you know, even after he done got doused. So usually if a dude douse you, he probably got something else in his hand too, that lock in that sock, you know, that hot pocket, or either he pull that Bethlehem out to try to keep you down, because the objective is, if you get a man down in prison, you got to keep him down, because if he get up, he might put you down. You understand? So if you put a man down or you attack a man, you have to make sure he can't get up and pose no threat to you, man. You know, that's you know, if you know the rules of penitentiary, them the rules. Dudes who don't abide by them rules usually find themselves on the business end of a hospital or being hurt, because a dude can get up and retaliate and, you know, do more to you than what you try to do to him. So if you put a dude down and you go at him, you gotta you gotta keep him down. That's just the nature of the environment, man. But yeah, I've seen that joint. I've seen them dudes throw that stuff on people, man. And fortunate, you know, I've been fortunate enough where even all the battles or the conflicts that I've been in, ain't nobody never come at me like that. They done came at me with the Bethlehem. They done came at me with 4-5 dudes. They done came at me with little Mars, but ain't nobody try to douse me with nothing. And I'm glad, because if they would have hit me in my face with it, or, you know, peeled my face, or, you know, made me, you know, lose vision in my eye, oh man, it's all out war, brother. It's all out war. It's yeah, somebody got to go away from here. Yeah, y'all know the saying, they got the upper room, they got to go. You understand me? They got to go. If I can't hardly see, I don't want to see you at all. You understand me? Yeah, you got to go away from here. You done blurred my vision. So yeah, man, but it's just crazy stuff, man. It goes on in there. It's just unbelievable, you know, the amount of violence, man, that takes place in these institutions, man. And, you know, I think it's just culture, man. It's the culture. You know, people have always assumed that's how prison is. So when dudes get in prison, they just feed that culture, that this is the only way to survive. So it's just in there, and that's just the way of life, you know. And this is why I tell you, young fellas, stay free, my dude. Stay free. Please stay free, man. Sitting out here right now, man, in this free, open world, man, that's where you want to be at, man. Sitting on the porch or something, man, enjoying this cool breeze or whatever before you get your day started, get you some workout in, get you a couple push-ups or something in, and, you know, enjoy that, man. And you got free will out here, man. You got chances and choices, man. Do not put yourself in that position, man. You know, so, you know, like I say, man, this was a short video. I just wanted to just sit down here and chop it up with y'all, man. Like I said, it's a blessing in every lesson, man. And the blessing is, man, if you're out here on the streets, the chances are, if somebody got magic shave, they shaving with it. If you in the penitentiary, you just don't know. So, man, stay free, man. Y'all be safe out here. Be smart. Make good decisions, man. Stay up out that penitentiary, and I'll be back with you in a minute. Peace and love. Man, duck them hooks. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that boy still get down, duck them hooks. That boy get down, sitting down. Yeah, yeah.
The Banky special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.